the opportunity to talk to the world, matters of financial inclusion, matters of development, matters of wealth and job creation, matters of poverty alleviation. Thank you so much. My name is Harriet Nampero from Microfinance Support Centre. I'm a senior institutional development officer. Thank you.
Okay. And now when we talk of Microfinance Support Centre Limited, can you maybe just give us a preamble about it?
Okay. Microfinance Support Centre is a government-owned institution incorporated in 2001 with a dual mandate to serve Ugandans through a range of services, including business development services, which includes technical assistance and advisory services, but as well to bring to Ugandans resources from government and partner institutions. And this includes grants and affordable credit.
Okay.
Yes.
Very interesting. So we are going to be talking about Emyoga. If you listen to a border like out there, they would want to know, does Emyoga really still exist? You know, when we had PDM come in, it like overshadowed it. So first tell us about Emyoga itself.
Okay. First of all, I want to start from the statement of PDM overshadowing Emyoga. You realize that in the last 20 years, Uganda has gone through a series of development programs.
Yes.
Call them poverty alleviation programs. We've heard of NADS, we've heard of Bonna Bagagawali, which is Prosperity for All, Youth Livelihood Fund or program. We've heard of the Women UWEP, is Women Empowerment Program, and so many others.
Yes.
And here we are pushing on with the Emyoga program and parish development model. Now, I want to first of all make it clear that these programs are not competing. Okay. These programs are complementary. Actually, it is the government is putting in place so many avenues to conquer poverty, I should say, and they for sure supplement each other. When you look at Emyoga, for example, this program started in 2019, just prior to COVID, and it is based on 18 categories. It is an enterprise-based program whereby Cabinet approved 18 categories of Emyoga, including the border riders, the taxi operators, restaurant owners, we have the welders, the carpenters, the journalists, the performing artists, the mechanics, the persons with disabilities, the youth leaders, the local leaders, the veterans, and the restaurant owners. We have salon operators, fishermen, produce dealers. So when you look at the program, it is focusing on enterprises. And these SACCOs come together to form associations. Each association contains a minimum of 7 members, a maximum of 30. And so when they form the associations at parish level, a minimum of 5 associations come together to form a SACCO of a certain category. So you find that at a given division or sub-county or town council, we have 18 SACCOs. And all the 18, each of them is representing a category. Now, the issue of coming through the associations is to make it easier and accessible to the members who would find the sub-county a bit far. So it is easy to convene meetings, it is easy to pool resources, it is easy to do business that goes on in groups. And you find that this model sits exactly in the SACCO model. We have cooperatives that have existed just before the Emyoga program, and these are under the Ministry of Trade, Industry and Cooperatives. So the Emyoga program comes as a subset. It operates in the SACCO model, meaning it subscribes to the Cooperative Act of Uganda. And so when they come and form the SACCO, they go to the ministry, fill in the bylaws, and they get a certificate. So they are now operational legally. So from there, they open an account, and then government has given them a grant of 30 million each SACCO. That means if we have 18 SACCOs at the division, we have 18 SACCOs funded. So each with 30 million, except for the local leaders who were privileged to get 50 million. After that, they are supposed to operate the way SACCOs operate. They save and they lend, as well as doing projects. So they come and pull their resources together to top up what has been given to them by government. They sit meetings and then they make sure they maximize. Okay. Yeah.
Very interesting. And now when we talk about the funds, how are the funds delivered? We give you the funds and then later on you pay back, or how is that done?
Okay. Now, when you look at the model from government to the SACCOs through Microfinance Support Centre, because MSC is the lead implementing agency for the program, the funds do not go back to government. But the member who takes the money is supposed to pay back the money. Actually, when we say the funds don't go back, they always misinterpret it and they don't want to pay.
They don't.
But then you're supposed to pay to the SACCO, but then the funds are going to revolve at the SACCO because it's a revolving fund. So the essence is you come and borrow what you can, then you agree on a schedule, you go and boost your business, then you'll be paying according to the agreed schedule. It can be weekly, it can be daily, it can be monthly. That is why the program is enterprise based, so you know your cash flows. For example, if you are tax operators, you know how tax business operates. You can say, no, for us we can pay daily because every day we earn. While there are categories that are not daily income earning, and so that's what gives it the benefit. That let us do what we understand better. If we choose to invest in a taxi, for example, or we are buying an asset, now there is no one who doesn't know how it operates because we are all tax people. If we choose to invest in motorcycles, if our SACCO is border, we all know how motorcycles operate. We know the legal environment, we know how the inflows come in, and so that is the essence basically. Okay,
very interesting. And then do these people have a series, maybe still we are going to train them, do this and this, or it is a matter of us creating our SACCO, then we come and pick money?
Actually that is my department, institutional development. We do understand that these people come together with their various experiences, skills and expertise, but not necessarily SACCO matters. For example, this is a market vendor SACCO. They are so good at their trade of maybe tomatoes, onions, passion fruits, but from nowhere you are the chairperson of the SACCO, you are the treasurer of the SACCO, you are the secretary of the SACCO. So we do understand that this is not easy because as a secretary, for example, you're going to have books of accounts. You never maybe went to school even, but you're going to talk about ledgers, you're going to talk about passbooks, you're going to be coordinating bank statements and reconciliation. And that's where, as Microfinance Support Centre, our biggest mandate come in. To make sure that we train them, we equip them with all the expertise to be able to handle their SACCOs. And this is aimed at ensuring sustainability. Today we are talking about resource mobilization. Because we know that EMIOGA is a grant that is there today. A grant may not be there forever. We can have it today, we can have the additional, time may come and maybe government wants to focus somewhere else. Or these SACCOs have to really grow and stand on their own. Because one of the principles of cooperatives these are autonomous and independent institutions. So we want to teach them how to mobilize resources and stand tomorrow in case the grant is no longer coming through. Well,
very interesting. And then when it comes to, you have already given them the money, do you still follow up or you give them to develop?
Oh yes, we follow them. It is to develop, but still we follow them up because we really need to nurture them. Just like you give birth to a child, you want to see them through school, you want to teach them morals, you want to make sure you groom them, you have to be present. So this is what happens, and for sure we look at our Emyoga SACCOs as our babies. So we have to nurture them until we feel they are there. Okay. We give them training in governance and leadership, so they will know the composition, the committees they are supposed to have, their various roles, how frequent they should sit meetings, what are the purposes or the purpose of each meeting, what are the roles of the different leaders, so that the chairperson is not conflicting with the secretary and the treasurer. So we need to give them that. We also give them training in record keeping, because we are handling people's money, savings. We are telling people to save. We are lending out money. When we lend you 1 million, you can be paying 30,000. How are we tracking this? Yes. So that when you come at any given time, you're able to see your balance and you're comfortable with it. You're able to see your savings. When you withdraw, you know the balance. Like there is that accountability. So we do that through trainings in record keeping, but as well we train them in credit management, because lending is not an easy thing. And now we are saying get the seed capital, get the savings and lend out. But it's not easy. How do you recover this money back? So we give them that training in how to assess, how to evaluate, how to appraise. And then you say, we can lend this person this much. How to decide on the amount. For example, if you come to apply for 3 million, is it really 3 million that we should give you? What are we going to base on to give you 2 million or 1 million? And it is really fair. So we take them through a series of things. And when you look at some categories like the persons with disability, the journalists, the local leaders, the youth leaders, they are not enterprise specific. So they do not know what to do. Actually, you may find journalists like you. Maybe you belong to a SACCO. I don't know if you do, but you need to belong to a Emyoga SACCO, because we have your category and we have your funds. So they do not know what enterprise to venture in, so, because they can be having their professional jobs, but then maybe they want to start a mobile money, maybe they want to start a juice business or something like that. So we take them through enterprise selection, and they are able to appreciate looking at contexts like where passion is, where market is, where supply of raw materials is consistent, and all that. So because we want to empower the members so that they get the money and they put it to the right use.
Wow. Now let's go back a little bit behind. When starting the SACCO, how many people, what is required, all those things when starting up a SACCO? Okay. When you look at a Emyoga program, we can't start a SACCO before the association. Okay. So we first start with the associations, whereby the associations are at ward level, parish level. A parish is a ward. I think it's a ward in municipalities and a parish in rural. Yes. So members first identify the category they belong to. So the starting point is to look at the 18 categories and notice which one you belong to. If you are a border rider, then you know you belong to the border category. Now, after that, you need to look at because the SACCOs and associations were formed already. However, there are areas where maybe formation is ongoing because it's a continuous thing. So if in your parish the association is there, then you just join. You pay membership fee and then you become a member, you start saving and borrowing. Now, if the association is not there in your parish, and maybe it's at the neighboring parish, but there is a distance, so you wouldn't want to join the other association, you're free to start. And register another association. So you basically need to identify other people, a minimum of 7, a maximum of 30. You go to the CDO's office, you get we have a constitution template because we try to make it easy for our people. We know there is a constitution is something they're supposed to come up with as them, but then we are looking at someone down there who doesn't even know what a constitution is. So we come guide them through that template to adopt or make changes, and then they have a constitution. Then they are registered at the division or sub-county by the community development office
officer, and they are given a certificate of registration.
Okay.
Now, there is already a SACCO formed at the division level, at the sub-county level, at the town council level.
Yes.
So what you're going to do is to get this association certificate. It is now what makes the membership at the SACCO level. Oh. So a member at the SACCO is not the individual, it's the association.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Wow. Very interesting. And what steps have you taken as a Microfinance Support Centre and maybe other stakeholders to ensure that at least these SACCOs continue developing continuous growth?
Okay. We've done routine monitoring and support supervision. We go there, we identify the challenges they have, and we sit with them.
Okay.
We attend their annual general meetings because SACCOs do all the changes, all the planning for whatever they plan to implement at the annual general meeting. So we make sure we are present at their annual general meetings to guide them through the deliberations, through the work plans for the year, and then we make sure we guide them. We've done consistent trainings to the SACCOs in the various areas where we know now we've equipped them to make sure they are on track. We've done sensitization and remobilization. Now, in the SACCO movement, you may find that as you progress, there are members that fall off. Because people come to a SACCO with many expectations. Some may come to get money and go. Yeah. When you reach there, they tell you have to save. And someone says, no, if saving is involved, we generally have a poor saving culture. So they will say, no, if saving is involved, then I'm backing off. So you find that membership may go on diminishing. So we need to always keep constantly remobilizing and resensitizing to make sure the membership is kept up there. Through the training in resource mobilization, we train them to look for resources left and right, both the internal and the external. So, for example, I talked about a membership fee at entry.
Yes.
This is not really to punish them. This is not really to make the program inaccessible, because I've been somewhere and they are saying they make us to pay to enter the program. But this is something voluntary to show that you've willingly joined the group, and this token of 10,000 is going to contribute to running of the group so that they do not get from your savings to pay the rent. Okay. So that is the essence. But also, we support them with additional funding. When we see the trend is coming down, but the need is there, the dream is big, we give them additional funding. Okay. Government approved 20 million additional every year. So for those who got the initial 30 million, every year we give again additional 20 million. Yes.
Wow. But this one that government gives, is it refundable to government,
no,
or
it
is
not.
in the SACCO?
It is a grant. It's a development grant.
Wow, very interesting. So what happens? Are there guidelines? Or it is the constitution of the SACCO that governs this when someone defaults or not paying back, things like that?
Oh, well, we have EMIOGA guidelines approved by Cabinet, and this mandates the district task force to intervene. So by district task force, I mean the partners that Microfinance Support Centre works with, the stakeholders. This includes the CDO, who registers and supports at association level. We have the commercial officers who operate at SACCO level on behalf of Ministry of Trade. We have the RDCs who is the head of task force. So all these are there to ensure the program runs well and to always come in when it is hard or when they need a hand. But also, SACCOs have operating guidelines. They have the bylaws, which is it is the mandate by the Act that every SACCO fills bylaws before they start operating, before they get a certificate. But again, aside of the bylaws, we again teach them to come up with operational guidelines, for example, on credit. We have credit policies. Because the bylaws may be a bit generic, they may not be so specific per category. Like as we are saying that maybe the schedules may vary from Omoga to another, so the bylaws may be specific on repayment, but not on the repayment schedules. Now this is where the specific policies come into play. So we are going to say this is our lending policy. In our SACCO, the minimum you can borrow is 10,000. The maximum is 500,000 for the start.
Yes.
If it's on your second loan, we can stretch up to 1 million. On your third loan, maybe up to 2 million. Maybe on the fourth loan, you can go as far as your capacity can handle. So we again take them through the process of coming up with workable policies. Policies on savings. That's why you will see some of them saying that for us, every day you must save 10,000. Now that should be in the savings policy. We have maybe a monthly compulsory saving of 50,000, something like that. So they operate on policies which they generate by themselves.
But you did talk about saving culture, and I understand it is, I may not say it is good, I even don't want to say it is poor. How have you trained these people? Because when you talk of a SACCO, there's a lot, there could be involved a lot of saving.
Yes.
How are people coping with this trend?
I can tell you that it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough, actually. Even with us, ourselves, we come and train them, but saving is not easy either for us. You've seen people opening accounts in the bank. They even throw away the ATMs to try and save. But still they'll go with their legs and line up in the bank and they withdraw the money. Nowadays it's even easy with the phone. You just transfer money. So saving is something very hard. But through the policies, for example, at association level, when you save, you don't withdraw until the year ends. I think you've heard of these cycles. Like we now have the cycle. Because this is supposed to try and force the saving culture, which is really not easy. People have started saving boxes and they've broken them before the cycle. It's really tough. So they come and try to encourage members. When they put in place measures like, let us save 2,000 every day, they're trying to make it easier. At least 2,000 may not be hard for you. And we are saying when you save it, you're not going to access it until when they are ends. So we try to train them to put in place saving products that make savings easy.
Okay. And maybe since we have the platform, they say where you find the king is where you worship them from. So do you have any tips for someone out there on saving, when it comes to saving? Just maybe a quick one for them.
Oh yes, I do. At individual level, you must have a saving plan. First of all, you can't start saving when you don't have a saving plan. You must define the purpose for saving. If you want to save for a wedding, and the wedding is in December, and we are in January, you need to draw how much you need your wedding to cost. And then you want to understand how much do you need according to your income to get there by December, so that you don't bother people. People should come and just enjoy your wedding. But that's for another day. So if you know that you want to do a wedding of 20 million, make sure if you're starting in January to save for your wedding, whatever you earn within the months between now and January can contribute to the 20 million. If it cannot, then you're going to scale down the cost of the wedding. But the other tip is also to make sure that after defining the purpose, fix the account. When you go to the bank and you fix this account and you make sure that since you want to achieve this goal, you're not accessing the money until the period ends. One, it's going to earn you some interest because the institution that is keeping your money is going to reward you, but it's also going to keep you not to go and disorganize the plan along the way. So it is good to do a plan, fix, but also keep the money in a safe place. So it's not okay to just save. You have to be with a purpose. It is better to be with a purpose because you need to see where you're going. You see, if you just save, definitely you will just withdraw. But now if you want to buy a car and you know, if I remove 10,000, then I will not get the car. So it's really good to have a roadmap. Maybe the other thing is to always save before you spend. So you can't say, let me first go to the supermarket. Whatever will remain is what I will save. Always know that when we have what we call a 50-30-20 rule. Now with that, we get 50% of our earning to go to our needs. 30% of our earning to go to our wants, and 20% of our earning to go to saving.
Okay.
So it is easy. Once you get your earning, get the 20%, drop it where you're supposed to save, and then you allocate the 80, but at least make sure the needs take the highest percentage. Yeah.
Okay, very interesting. So do you also offer trainings to these people?
Oh, yes, we
ones
do.
in the SACCOs?
Oh, yes, we do, and that's my area.
Okay.
I am training already.
Yeah, indeed.
Yes.
Okay, and now it could be among the challenges, but how are you addressing the issue of politicizing such initiatives?
Okay.
Because when you could go in a community, someone would be like, that is for the other party, so I'm not part of it. Yet it is addressing the developmental needs of the community.
Actually, it has been a very big challenge.
Oh.
In fact, at inception, it was one of the biggest monsters to the program. A lot has been coming through, even beyond politicizing. People have always thought this is the president is asante. It is a thank you. It is akasimo in Uganda. They've always thought it is for campaigns. They've always thought the program comes only for the campaign period. They've always thought government programs are like that. They always come and go. And so for sure the program of Emyoga has really proved all this wrong, because since 2019 we had elections in 2021.
Yes.
Here we are pushing on and the program is growing stronger. We've also had people who think it's for certain political parties.
Yes.
And we've always tried to overcome this by sensitizing, for sure. We use every program that we get, we use every opportunity, every platform to inform Ugandans that this is development. You're free to belong to your political affiliations, but this is development.
Yeah.
And this is a program, an initiative by the president. We can't run away from that fact.
He's the head of
And so
state.
the head of state has designed a program to come and support the people. And what I call my request to the leaders is, when these programs come, to always support the programs, because however much you may have different political opinions, you may not have a solution to your people, and you want your people to be okay. So encourage them to come to the gatherings, invite the Microfinance Support Centre, invite the commercial officers. We shall tell them. And I'm so glad to report that by now, Ugandans have started appreciating that this is an issue of development. They are upholding it, and we are moving so well.
Okay, very, very interesting. A lot. We still have much more to speak about, and we are going to go in for a very short break. Please do not go away. You need much, much more financial knowledge so that you can also be a better person out there in your community. A short break, and we return.
Issues at hand. This is Church of Uganda Family TV. Enriching lives. Regulated by the Uganda Communications Commission. This is Church of Uganda Family TV. Enriching lives. Regulated by the Uganda Communications Commission. Issues at hand.
Yes, welcome back. You are watching Issues at Hand, and we are discussing about resource mobilization in SACCOs. And to be specific, today we are centered much on the Emyoga SACCOs, but also the funding that comes in there. And of course, we are with Nampero Harriet from the Microfinance Support Centre. And of course, we are discussing this. You did not know that you could have known as well that Emyoga is entirely not part of PDM. So for those of you who have been saying Emyoga was here now, immediately PDM came in, they are working on different things, all but with the same purpose, to of course elevate development in our communities. We were still talking about the challenges. We had highlighted the challenge of politicizing this initiative or project. So what other challenges have you encountered basically when implementing this initiative?
Okay. Apart from politicizing the program, saving culture has been a very big problem. Each time you come, you can even organize a sensitization drive, and when members come and hear about saving, they just go. Wow. But at the same time also poor loan repayment culture. Members don't really want to pay. So we are saying that much as this money is not coming back to government, let it revolve at the SACCO. When you pick $1 million today, tomorrow you'll want to pick 2 million. Because your needs are growing, your business is growing, and the financial needs are growing. When we talk about how cooperatives operate, I think in Uganda, because I won't say Africa, we've not yet appreciated the cooperative model, working together as a SACCO, working together as a group. Whereas countries like Malawi have taken it to a very, very big level, even actually Kenya, where even salaries are being paid through SACCOs. Because there is power in numbers, there is power in coming together, there is power in one by one makes a bundle. So when we come together and each of us is pulling 10,000 shillings and we are 1,000 people, we already have the resources. If we can do this on a daily basis, we already have the resources beyond even what government is giving us. But people do not want to come together. They do not want to come in groups and pull resources together. But also we've had the challenge of leaders who are not transparent. You know, when the program brings many people together and trust is just being built. So we've had cases whereby leaders are elected today, they take loans and they leave the country. You know, you're there and someone is planning to go to Qatar and you're not aware. So they get 10 million, 5 million and they disappear. Now these have kept taking us back because we are counting the portfolio of a SACCO to be a minimum of 30 million. Equal to the grant that was given. Then you find someone has gone, they are a key signatory to the account. The SACCOs can't access even the funds that are left where? At the account. So it has also become a problem. But we've also had cross-cutting issues in the program that come up here and there. When it comes to finances, people are not doing well. So when we tell them to save, they look at themselves as like, what do I have that I have to save? We have the poverty levels for sure, and so some members feel they don't have something to save, while as people, we also have high literacy levels. They do not know how to prioritize. They do not know how to do this and that. They do not even give business time. And so some borrow money and the projects collapse. There is no market research. There is no whatsoever. Okay.
Very interesting. You did talk about the narrative of togetherness. How can that be changed? Because if it is something that can spark development, why are we not going there?
Sensitization.
Okay.
We really have to sensitize. We can't achieve this all at a go. We have to keep on sensitizing. Actually, the mile we moved yesterday is not the mile we are at today. So we have to keep sensitizing. That's why we attend their AGMs. We visit them when we go for support supervision. We use platforms like this one to tell them. I'm sure our viewers there have picked something new today. And so we have to keep doing that. But also so we are having many partners we are doing this with. Like I said, the office of the community development officer. So each time they get chance to engage with the groups, with the associations, they sensitize them. Each time there is a community mobilization drive, even if it's not on a Myoga, I wouldn't mind being given a slot just to clear the air, because we have a big problem with mindset. People perceive things wrongly. People are biased. People are already negative. Before even you start thinking, people are thinking negatively. But with constant training, constant mobilization and sensitization, we shall get there.
Now, the problem of leaders and leadership, why don't we have strong constitutions maybe that can uphold these people or can put them to account? Or what could be the challenge? Because if that is still a setback, then why don't we strengthen maybe the constitution or the authorities in there?
Actually, the constitutions are there, the policies are there, and whoever goes does not go because the constitution supports it. They actually go against them. But what I want to call upon the people watching us, the viewers, especially those that are already in these SACCOs, when they call meetings, each time there is an AGM of your SACCO, of your association, go and attend. You can be a potential leader, but you're not there, and so they are going to vote the wrong person. When we attend the AGMs, we decide on our leaders, we point out critical issues, and this is where we go wrong. When we call them for sensitization, they don't turn up. So you may find that these people who are not the right people are the ones who are probably consistent. They are the ones updated with knowledge and information, and they know the weakness that people really don't come. All they care is maybe the money coming to them. So if we are to build strong circles, we need to do this together. We need to do this. We need to understand that the key stakeholder in the program is the beneficiary of the Myoga SACCO. So we need to work this out together. We come and see the problem. We make sure we vote for leaders that are really able to lead us transparently.
Okay, quite interesting. When we usually see President Museveni on PDM tours here and there, and people do raise so much concerns. We are here, President, the money that we are supposed to get is not the actual money we get. If it is $1 million, we get 700. How are you addressing the issue of corruption? And have we registered some cases in Myoga as well?
Okay. First of all, when it comes to PDM, it's a little different. The way it operates, maybe funds are disbursed to members or something. But when it comes to Myoga, the funds are given to the SACCO, not to the individual. And the fund
There's no broker in there?
No, there is no broker.
Okay.
The funds are put from the office of the Microfinance Support Centre to the SACCO account. And the only person who can remove the money from the account is that member who was elected as a chairperson, secretary and treasurer, or the signatory to the account. And these are given mandate by a resolution that these are the signatories to the account, and it's even registered by Ministry of Trade. So for Microfinance Support Centre, our business is transparent. All the funds are put on the SACCO account, the account of the owners or the beneficiaries of the money. And so what is given to the member varies from one person to another, based on capacity, based on very many other things. Just like I said at first, you may apply for 3 million, but then your capacities may be less than that. And so we train them to look at those aspects. For example, if I have a basket of tomatoes, onions and what have you, and my total capital is, if you look at it roughly, is around 500,000, then I come to ask for 3 million. Why are you going to give me 3 million? If I multiply my stock, the tomatoes are going to rot. Unless I have a reason to justify that maybe I've got a contract to supply a school and I'm justifying it with paperwork, then maybe the SACCO can get the trust.
Okay, very interesting. So have we had success stories out there? Why I'm saying so is you did mention about when you want to come out and say something, people are already negative. So I want you to give us the importances or values of such an initiative? To be specific, Emyoga, maybe by quoting some success stories.
Okay. Actually, I didn't know the policy of here, but I wanted to come with some beneficiaries.
Okay.
We want to really be grateful that in spite of all the hurdles, we've not lost it. We have so many SACCOs that have performed really, really well. We've registered growth in membership from maybe the initial 5 associations to 30 plus. We've registered growth in savings. People who have appreciated have saved. We even have a SACCO in Kawempe which has saved up to 200 million.
Wow.
We have a boda SACCO in Chisenyi here in the tax park who have saved 60 million, way beyond the seed capital. But we also have SACCOs that have gone the way of the enterprises. I don't know if you've ever come across a SACCO with a taxi written on Emyoga SACCO.
Yes.
So there are those who have chosen to go via the common user facility. They've put their resources to put a facility that is now earning an income. Emyoga SACCOs have embraced value addition. We now brag about products that are on market right now from our Emyoga SACCOs. I've seen porridge flour from Chira Division produced dealers. Yesterday I was on UBC TV with Namgongo local leaders, and they have bar soap. It's called Emyoga bar soap. Okay. We've had boda SACCOs increase on boda loans other than cash. So if you want money, we are not giving you. We are giving you a motorcycle because we know how it operates. So every day you're going to pay 10,000. That is convenient, it is comfortable, and the money is safe, and the loans are growing. Okay. So we've had so many things for sure.
Very interesting. So looking ahead, what are the future plans? What do we have in stock for the Ugandans out there?
Okay, first of all, more funds. More funding. Even whether the SACCO was probably challenged at the start, we remobilize the SACCO, we retrain the SACCO, make sure it is restructured and refinanced. Because this happens. Things go bad at one time. Just like you give birth to a child and maybe they don't go as you expect, you don't give up on them. So we shall pick up that SACCO wherever it is, a weak SACCO, and we move together. And we come back on board. To the SACCOs that are performing well, 20 million every year was already approved to this SACCO as additional funding. So from the initial 30, 20, actually as I talk, we have SACCOs that are on their 4th grant. They got the 30, they got the 20, and the 20 again, and the 20 again. So there is that additional financial support for as long as the SACCO is performing well, even that one which got challenges, but they are able or willing to stand again. We have their back.
Okay, quite interesting. So those who would like to join and maybe have failed here and there, what is required? What should they do? What message do you have for them?
Identify your category, join in the association near you. If it's not there, mobilize like-minded people, same category, and form and register an association, go to the SACCO and join the SACCO. Because the SACCOs were preformed, they are there, the 18.
Some people have a mentality of wanting to gain so fast from this. What message do you also carry for those? Because that is, you even did mention about it, when they reach there and find maybe they have to now save and all those things, they retire, they sit back and just let go.
They are going to knock. They're going to knock. Speed kills. So if you want to get rich quick, you're going to knock. You're going to go out of the legit means, and then you're going to knock. You're going to take the money and you'll disappear because you don't want to pay. Take life one step at a time. We are here to support with trainings, with whatever. By the way, even if it's not Emyoga SACCOs, we do train all SACCOs, all associations, all groups, even work groups, work institutions, we do train. So I call upon people out there to move slowly, understand how the SACCOs operate, understand the policies of the SACCO, own the SACCO, be part of it. don't say that SACCO charges, say our SACCO. Because these are resolutions made at the AGM, they are part of you. A SACCO is member owned, member governed, member benefited. So be part of that process and you get there.
Maybe if we talk about, could you be knowing the number of SACCOs, or there are quite a lot in the country?
There are so many. I didn't really come with the statistics, and I don't want to lie to the country. Yes.
And how has been the perception developing and all that? How many maybe do you get by people joining?
The SACCOs are predetermined. So if we know that we have SACCOs at every division, it is times the number of divisions in the country. Except for Kampala here, because of the numbers, we couldn't do it at division level. Here in Kampala Central, they are based at the associations, at the parish level. So you find that the 18 are not at the division, they are at the parish. So you find each parish having 18 SACCOs, and this is really amazing. For sure, Ugandans needed to really take advantage of this opportunity. There is a SACCO right within your parish with 30 million. Imagine if you're carpenters, how many carpenters are within a parish? And we are saying every year 20 million. Imagine if they are journalists, how many journalists are within a parish? But we are saying 30 million is there. And there is 20 million every year. To me, I really believe this program is destined to transform this country.
Wow. What do you think could be the reason as to why some people are still hesitant?
Lack of knowledge, information. There is lack of information. I think there is a gap because we try to sensitize, but like I said, even you may call for meetings and maybe the turn up is not good. Perceptions, attitudes, mindset. Is it about SACCOs? Those ones I can't go. Is it about saving? Me that one, no. So I think Ugandans really want to come and say line up and let everyone get
their share.
But we are saying that is okay, but it may not be sustainable. Whoever gives you the fish is not empowering you. Now the program of Emyoga is giving you the hook, so that you go catch the fish. So that each time you're hungry, you're going to go back and catch the fish.
Wow. Interesting. Let's talk about the mandate of MSC. Yeah, in this particular initiative.
Business development services consistently support our SACCOs with trainings and advisory services. Move with them by each step of the way. Make sure they are always together, work together with partners and stakeholders to make sure we effectively deliver this program, because it's a big mandate for sure, and we are trying, because we work together closely to make sure they register, they get the certificates. Now the CDOs, the commercial officers are all handy to solve these issues that keep coming up, to advise and guide them here and there, and so we prepare the garden and then we put the seed where the garden is already clean. So apart from business development services, now to make sure the SACCOs receive the funding, because the overall aim is to deliver the funds to the SACCOs. So we make sure these SACCOs get the funding, but in a garden that is prepared. We don't want to sow on the rock.
Okay. You did say parish level. When registering down there, what offices do the people are they supposed to go through? Is it LOC one or whatsoever? What officers specifically?
The LOC one is instrumental in identification and mobilization. But when it comes to registration, we have the Office of the Community Development Officer, the CDO, and these sit at the division. So the division is in charge of all the parishes within that division. They register them, they give them registration certificates, they train them, and they come in to guide them in their various meetings.
Okay, very interesting. This has been very, very productive. And also, what message do you have for local leaders? Because they do play a crucial role in how their community develop. If they have not sent out such messages, trust me, the people may not be able to access this information. So what message do you carry for local leaders?
Okay, first of all, there is a difference between political intervention and political interference. Now, you be the leader that does political intervention, not political interference. Political interference is when a leader is going to get a microphone and tell the masses that do not go to the congregation or where they are teaching about emyoga, it's going to waste your time. Now that is interference. Call upon your people to attend the meetings, because some leaders may not have the information as well. Seek information, come to us, understand the program. We have the literature. Let the leaders understand the program, and then we can further the program together. Let the leaders bring people to the program. Actually, not only emyoga. Every initiative that is aimed at development, bring your people to the well. Let them do the drinking when you've done your part.
Okay.
Let us come together and join hands in preaching the message of inclusion. Because you are the trusted people. You are the ones they really, you are the ones more closer to them. They believe a lot in their leaders, you know. So you need to be a leader that inspires and leads your people to the right path.
Thank you so much, Harriet, for such an insightful discussion. And I believe the people out there have picked one or two important words that will help them. And also those who could be biased with the initiative, I'm hopeful that they are going to change their minds in this regard. So if you can help us with last remarks or words of encouragement, good parting shots to the people out there, and we'll see ourselves out.
Okay. Now, I want to encourage all Ugandans not to be left out. The categories are 18. Please make sure you identify at least which one suits you. Because out of the 18, at least for my host here, he has already identified where he belongs. So each of us belong at least somewhere. Please don't be left out. For the SACCOs out there, please go audit your books. We do audits. We do AGMs, audit the books, do the AGMs, but make sure next year you audit by December, you do the AGMs by March. For those of you that have not applied for additional seed capital, please come. Make use of our branch networks. We have branches regionally. Make use of the offices of the Microfinance Support Centre, the CDO, the commercial officer, and the RDC. To the public, one by one makes a bundle. Let us save, we shall get there.
Wow. Thank you so much, Nampero Harriet, Senior Institutional Development Officer at the Microfinance Support Centre Limited. We really appreciate all the information that you've given us. And I'm hopeful and also so much enthusiastic that you people out there are going to be engaged and part of these development initiatives, because at the end of it all, it is you that is going to earn or that is going to gain from this. So, and also one key message is, please make sure you are not on a rush. It is a process like any other process. If you want quick things just like you had, you are going to crash. I want to appreciate you for joining us this morning. I also know now where I'm going to go, because I've seen my category in there. So colleagues, do the same, just like I am going to do. My name is Luke Majumba, and I want to continue appreciating you. Please stay on. We still have more programs coming up. Have a lovely day.
Issues at hand. This is Church of Uganda